The Detroit Lions win, beating the San Francisco 49ers a score of 40-34. We're going to go over the good, bad, and the ugly on this one. We're going to get into the standouts, obviously, and what it means going forward. First off, we got to say this, folks. Every time we go down by a point, I see in the chat that the season's over for the Lions. Folks, it's not over. We got a great offense. We just put up 40 points. Yeah, I know our defense had a little bit of struggle there, but we're getting help. Guess who's back? Alex Anzalone should be back for the game on Sunday, and we need him because it was the middle of the defense that was really exposed. The linebackers, a lack there. Jack Campbell did a good job, but he's getting no help. And so we're getting some help back, and that is great as the Lions are trying right now to get that number one seed in a big, big, big game. Jared Goff today, another amazing game. MVP Jared Goff continues to be MVP Jared Goff, even though he's not going to get it. He's not going to be named MVP. It's probably going to be Josh Allen. I still call him that. He was 26 for 34, 303 yards, 8.9 average, 3 touchdowns. A quarterback rating for MVP Jared Goff is a 132.4. He was amazing. Continues. He's just on an amazing. This offense is insane. Insane. It's like it's nothing. And Jared Goff is standing there. The offensive line protects him, and he just finds the open guy, and it's impossible to stop because this offense is so good. This offensive line is so good. And when you protect Jared Goff and he gets comfortable, good luck, folks. And that's what occurred here. Jared Goff is my MVP on offense. In the comments, who's your MVP on offense? I'm going to go with Jared Goff. Maybe you go with Jahmyr Gibbs because we're going to get into him right now. Jahmyr Gibbs, 18 carries for 117 yards, an average of 6.5, 1 touchdown, along a 30. Amazing. We know what Jahmyr Gibbs is. He's patient. We've seen him a little bit more patient in this game when open up the holes in the middle. Not just taking the outside, but he was a little bit patient. It was very good to see from Jahmyr Gibbs. And I know when Montgomery went down, a lot of people were worried. I said, I'm not too worried about it because we have a great running back room. You got Craig Reynolds out there who was 7 for 31, an average of 4.4. That's not bad for your backup running back. Jamar Jefferson, 3 for 9, average of 3. Lions got the ability to run the football, and when you have that, you got an offensive line that's best in the NFL, regardless how your defense is playing, you're going to have a shot every single time. We've seen it. We got to stop denying the Lions' greatness. They're a great team. I understand their defense is hurting 100%, but this offense is unstoppable. And I know Minnesota, they put up the 27 points, but we put up 4. This is what we do. This is what we do. And if you look at Ben Johnson versus the Vikings and what they do, we can move the football, and that is a fact. We can definitely run the football. Jameson Williams, 5 for 77, average of 15.4, 1 touchdown, long of 41. Jamo is becoming that number one wide receiver. I talked about it last week. I think he is there right now. I'm not saying he's number one for the Lions. You got St. Brown and Jamo. They're both number ones, but I mean he's a number one receiver. Sam Laporta, he's in the game. A lot of people said, where's been Sam Laporta? Well, we have so many weapons, it's hard. But when you get some injuries, then Sam Laporta comes up 6 for 64, 10.7 average, 1 touchdown. Sam Laporta did amazing. And by the way, the referees are absolutely atrocious in this game. I've seen 2 times helmet to helmet on Sam Laporta himself. One on the 4th down that would have been a first down, and one earlier in the game, and the referees refused to call it. It's unacceptable because I've watched it twice. Let's get to St. Brown. 8 for 60, 7.51 touchdown. But what was St. Brown? The first down. St. Brown. That's what he did in this game. First down, first down, first down. St. Brown is awesome. How about Allen Robinson with 1 catch for 21 yards? We've seen that catch, his big first down catch. And Allen Robinson getting there, making a play for Detroit. And by the way, Khalif Raymond will be coming back next week. So we're going to be 100% health at wide receiver. As we're getting closer and closer to getting healthy, just game by game by game. And we're talking about this game. About we just need to get that bye week. Just need to get there. This was one step closer to getting there. Now we got the Vikings, the last game. The Lions, put everything on the line, and I agree with them putting on the line versus the 49ers. I agree them going for it on fourth downs. If you watch the stream, I was very aggressive in this game, and I think that's the way you got to be. I liked it because the defense was struggling. We're going to get to the defense here in a minute, and we're going to talk about the struggles that is the defense. But that is why we went for it on fourth down, and I was, through it the whole time, I said, yes, we got to go for it on fourth down because the 49ers are hard to be stopped. They were hard to be stopped. You know, without those 2 interceptions, maybe this outcome's not the same, right? So they took the right approach. Even though we didn't get a first down on one of the fourth downs, I actually agreed with all of the fourth downs going for it in this game because of the defense was struggling. But there was one special player that really stood out today defensively, and we're going to talk about him right now. But before I do, who is your MVP on defense? Let me know the name in the comments below. MVP, Kirby Joseph, 2 interceptions. Kerby Joseph he leads the NFL right now. 9 interceptions. Kerb, 6 total tackles. He's all place. Jack Campbell, 9 tackles. Kerby Joseph someone had to step up. Kerby Joseph stepped up because this defense struggled mightily. But Kerby Joseph is MVP for me defensively for what he did. He just keeps making turnovers. And by the way, someone in the comment section brought this out. Every time that Brian Branch gets a flag or gets in trouble, we get an interception by Kerb. So he's protecting his battle buddy over there. Love seeing it for him. Let's get to the rest of this defense. If your name is not Jack Campbell, the linebackers were horrible. Horrible. This may be the worst game I have seen by Lions linebackers in a long time. We had linebackers run into each other. Everyone was wide open. The middle of the field was completely open. Ben Neiman. Cheeks. Absolute cheeks. He was terrible. Turner. Terrible. Terrible in this game. Alex Anzalone is coming back, and we need him significantly. Because without having linebackers, this is what's going to happen here. So thank God we're getting him back. Because missing him has been devastating to the Lions' defense. It has been. And this is where we're getting ran on. This is where the play action pass to the middle of the field killed us tonight. And having him back is going to help out. But this linebackers, they're bad. The defensive line, they didn't do that well today. Very little pressure from the defensive line. We had a couple sacks from Brian Branch and from blitzes. Defensive line, not a lot of pressure. And against a beat-up offensive line for San Francisco. The secondary was awful. At least, well, not awful. The corners, I thought, played awful. I didn't think they played good. Amik Robertson, he had a couple good plays. Terrion Arnold, he got beat a couple times. And, oof. So, the Lions, right now, they got to get this defense figured out. Ifutu Melifonwu, he is helping out. Big shout out to him. I thought he had a pretty good game. And the sack by Brian Branch was pretty good, too, as well. Jalen Reeves-Maybin was butt cheeks. I know he got a sack on one play, but other than that, he was terrible. He's coming back from injury, so maybe he's just not in shape. Maybe another week of him in there is going to help out, but he didn't play well. I know he can do better. Jalen Reeves-Maybin can do better than that. I've seen him play before. But man, they got to get it. They got to get this defense figured out. They got to get it figured out, because if you're wanting to win a Super Bowl, this defense has got to get better. But again, if the Lions can beat Minnesota, and I truly do believe, even with this defense, they can beat Minnesota because the Lions' offense could put up 40. I think the Lions, they get healthy, they get that bye week, and then you're going to start to see players come back. And that's going to be a huge difference here. Huge difference is getting these players back. Carlton Davis. Man, we need him back. Ennis Rakestraw should be back too next week, and that's going to help out the rookie corner. Need to get healthy. We're limping into the playoffs. We're limping into the postseason. Just one more win can really help this defense out significantly in getting players back. In the comments right now, how concerned are you about this game next week? Sunday Night Football, Lions, Vikings. Are you concerned that the Lions may lose this game at home? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Lions have won all games on the road, undefeated on the road, 14-2. 2 losses came at home to the Buccaneers early in the season when the Lions offense was struggling because they didn't have a lot of preseason. And then the Buffalo Bills, who literally scored on every drive, and the Lions put up 42-40. I think it's 42-47. So Lions can put up 40 points. Ben Flores' defense, Ben Johnson has had him every single time. So make no mistake, I think the Lions can still put up like 40 points on this defense. I do. And I know the Vikings fans are probably going to come in here and say I'm full of it. But, hey, this is a great week for both teams, 14-2 versus 14-2 in a massive Sunday Night Football. So, of course, that's going to happen. But I do believe that the Lions are going to win this game. And the Lions will get to 15-2. And that will be huge to have that number 1 seed. That would be massive. We need it so bad. You've seen it tonight. At the linebacker position, we need to get these guys back. We need to get them back. And if the Lions can so get to the Super Bowl, maybe you have even Derek Barnes back, right? You have Derek Barnes, you would have help. But we just got to get there. Just got to continue to win. One more regular season game away. Biggest game, probably, for biggest regular season game for the Lions in franchise history. Regular season win is on Sunday Night Football. To get that number 1 seed that they have never had, to 15-2, to get that number 1 seed in the bye week would be massive for the Lions. Folks, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this game. With this said, adios.